Welcome to our channel. Here we read Bible stories improvised for adults and children alike. Our verse today is 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. To be yoked together is to be joined together. When people join together who don't have similar beliefs, they are destined for failure, plus trouble as well. Our story today is entitled A Bride for Isaac, taken from Genesis 24 and 25. When Sarah died, Abraham was a very old man, and he knew that he would not live much longer. Isaac was grown up now, and it was time for him to get married. In those days, the parents always found wives for their sons. So Abraham called his eldest servant to tell him how he must go out to find a wife for Isaac. But there was something very important that had to be remembered. The people of Canaan did not worship God. They were all idol worshippers. And because God's children must never marry people who do not love him, it was impossible to find a wife for Isaac in Canaan. Abraham's servant had to go all the way back to Haran to look for a wife there among the people who worshiped the true God. You will remember that Haran was the place where Abraham and his family had lived for a while on their long journey from Ur to Chaldea, and that Abraham's father, Terah, had died there. Now in that place, there still lived the tribe of Abraham's brother, Nahor, and Abraham hoped that his servant would be able to find in that tribe a wife for Isaac. But the servant was not allowed to take Isaac with him when he went on that long journey to Haran. He wondered how he would ever persuade any young lady to come back such a long way with him, to marry a man she had never seen. But Abraham told him that God would prepare the way, and the right lady would come with him. So the servant took the camels he needed. He needed them all for his luggage, and for all the presents Abraham sent with him. How long his journey took, we do not know, but eventually he came to the country of Nahor, and to the town of Haran. When he arrived, it was evening, and he made his camels kneel down beside the well outside the town. Soon the women would be coming out to fetch water. Before they came, he prayed that God would make the lady who should be Isaac's wife answer him in a special way when he spoke to them. If he asked one of them to let down her jug into the water and give him water to drink, then the right one must not only give it to him, but to his camels as well. And that is just what happened. A very pretty young lady came along, and she gave him water to drink, and also filled the trough with water till all his camels had drunk their fill. That young lady was Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, Abraham's nephew. Then the servant gave her a golden ring and golden armbands. It seemed that this was God's answer to his prayer. Rebekah ran on ahead to tell them at home what had happened. They were so excited at home that her brother Laban rushed out to meet the stranger. They offered him food, but he would not eat. First of all, he must tell them why he had come. He explained who Abraham was and how very rich he was, and he told them how he had prayed to God to show him the young lady who must become Isaac's wife. And then he said he was sure that Rebekah was the right one. Her father and her brother Laban thought for a moment. Then they said they too were sure it was God's will, and that Rebekah must go back with him. In the morning, when the servant asked to leave, Bethuel first asked if Rebekah could not stay for another 10 days. But he would not let this happen. He must go back as soon as possible to Abraham. And Rebekah said she would go with him at once. On the evening they arrived back near Abraham's tent. Isaac went out in the field, and he saw the camels coming back, so he went out to meet them. When he and Rebekah saw each other, they loved each other right away. Soon they were married and lived happily all their days. Let's repeat our verse. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Our story told how Abraham desired a wife for his beloved son. Abraham entrusted a faithful servant to seek a wife from his family area in Haran. The servant traveled about 900 miles with a caravan of 10 camels laden with gifts. Upon arrival, he prayed that God would point out the right girl by her offer to water his camels. which would be a very difficult job. A camel can drink 30 gallons of water in 3 minutes. Before the prayers finished, Rebecca arrived, and all unfolded just as the servant requested. Thank you for joining us on our Bible reading journey. I hope you can join us next time as we continue our story about Isaac and Rebecca's children entitled, A Brother Steals from His Brother.